Welcome once again to Commander by Dana. Today we continue making some budget builds in between deck builds for patrons. As I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail, today we have a $50 Kaalia of the Vast commander deck. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Kaalia of the Vast is a 4-mana 2/2 legendary human cleric with flying. Whenever she attacks an opponent, we may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature card from our hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Kaalia is one of the original boogeymen of Commander. She was first printed back in 2011 and has been a dominant force ever since. But one of the best ways to rein in a powerful commander is to put a strict budget on them. So Kaalia won't be that scary, right? Right? But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. The Return to Earth Boulder series is unique in that they are made almost entirely of renewable resources rather than plastic. And lately, Ultimate Guard has been printing these not just in solid colors, but with artist prints, like this gorgeous piece by artist Mario Renal. Titled The Search, it depicts a traveler staring in awe at a mighty structure being erected in the desert. Has he found what he's looking for, or will the search continue? Pick yours up today at your local game store, or order it on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Musics by Dana as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Nomad Outpost, Clifftop Retreat, Isolated Chapel, Dragon Skull Summit, Sacred Peaks, Sunlit Marsh, Geothermal Bog, Sunscorched Divide, Tainted Field, Tainted Peak, Battlefield Forge, Caves of Koilos, Sulphurous Springs, Boros Garrison, Orzhov Basilica, Rakdos Cranarium, Bojuka Bog, 6 Mountains, 6 Plains, and 6 Swamps. Pretty straightforward mana base, and most of our land base can come into play untapped. For mana ramp, we've got Ganax Astral Hunter, Rapacious Dragon, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Conviction, Talisman of Hierarchy, Talisman of Indulgence, Boros Signet, Orzhov Signet, Rakdos Signet, Mindstone, Fire Diamond, Marble Diamond, and Charcoal Diamond. Nice and low to the ground. Our card advantage package consists of Karmic Guide, Runescarred Demon, Skyline Despot, Bladewing the Risen, Dragon Mage, Demon Lord Belzenlock, Sanctuary Warden, Imsker Iron Eater, Doomsday Excruciator, Malevolent Witchkite, Unburial Rites, and Siphon Mind. A good mix of graveyard recursion, burst card draw, and consistent card draw, as it should be. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Vile Mutilator, Angel of Despair, Dracuseth Maw of Flames, Angel of the Ruins, Overseer of the Damned, Angel of Serenity, Angel of Finality, Bogarden Hellkite, Gormand, Black Dragon, Demon of Loathing, Abrade, Feed the Swarm, Disenchant, Swords to Plowshares, Generous Gift, Chaos Warp, Fracture, Bedevil, and Rakdos Charm. Lots of ways to mess with our opponents and keep them in line, and many of them come into play for free with Kaalia. Our board wipes consist of Magister of Worth, Thunder Dragon, Steel Hellkite, Magma Quake, and Austere Command. Flexible, powerful, and thematic, as it should be. The core of our deck consists of Arbiter of Woe, Carter Doomscourge, Lathless Dragon Queen, Red Dragon, Demanding Dragon, Sigarda's Vanguard, Crabomination, and Limvala the Preserver. Lots of ways to deal extra damage or have fun at our opponent's expense. Supporting our plan, we've also got Aegis Angel, Subjugator Angel, and Swiftfoot Boots. Gotta protect our commander somehow. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 37 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, but some of our ramp comes in the form of dragons who will deal damage for us, so it's fine. 12 pieces of card advantage, 20 pieces of interaction, 5 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Angel of Finality, Rakdos Charm, and Bojuka Bog, 1 sudden I win card in Dragon Mage. Okay, so Dragon Mage won't win us the game by itself. But if you've never played a Kaalia deck, you have no idea how quickly this thing burns through cards. Even without extra combat effects, you are regularly dumping your hand just about every turn. It isn't unusual for me with my Kaalia deck to have an empty or near empty hand by turn 3. Dragon Mage fixes all of those problems. We'll be drawing 8 cards per turn, 1 from our draw step, plus 7 more from Dragon Mage, allowing us to churn through our deck at an alarming rate. This also disrupts our opponents, which is always a nice thing. Now, the thing that makes Kaalia scary is the ability to cheat huge creatures into play. Being able to slam a 7 or 8 mana creature for free is huge, especially since they already come into play tapped and attacking. This means cards like Doomday Excruciator and Vile Mutilator don't have any drawbacks on their cast effects, because we're not casting them. We're just putting them onto the battlefield. Remember, since the creatures who enter are already tapped and attacking, any attack triggers they may have won't activate, which is why I focused on creatures that have either an enter or combat damage trigger. Since Kaalia cheats them into play, we can run cards that are normally too expensive for their effect. Who wants to pay 7 mana to cast Angel of Despair just to destroy a permanent? Instead, we get it for free. So not only will our opponent take an extra 5 damage from our Angel, we'll also get to remove an annoying permanent from the battlefield. Obviously, there are numerous upgrades you can add to a Kaalia deck. Tutors, ramp, lands, or even more powerful creatures. Since most of our creatures have enters effects, Panharmonicon could be a solid upgrade. More wheel effects to help keep our hands full. Consistent card draw like the Immortal Sun or Phyrexian Arena are also good. Ancient Gold Dragon, combined with Scourge of Valkus, can end the game on the spot. Master of Cruelties can remove a single player. Aurelia the War Leader or Gisela Blade of Gold Knight can both help us to close out games very quickly. Now, some of you will point out that the deck doesn't function if Kaalia isn't there, and wonder why I've got so few ways to protect her. My philosophy with Kaalia has always been to have a bit of protection, but not a ton. Swiftfoot Boots and Aegis Angel both provide protection for our commander, and I think that's enough, especially for a budget list. We also have enough ramp and card advantage to either keep casting our commander or just hardcast our big smashy creatures as needed. Unless you're playing at the highest power tables, I don't think you'll have an issue with this deck. Do you have a Kaalia deck? What's your favorite card in your deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgi, Nazwin Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Richard, Devon, Lucius, Sint, and Om. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.